I thought I'd better make a quick video about the tools that I'm using for this and how I designed and made them. Basically, when I first designed this, I drew all of the major circles around the centre, and then from that I could create a little template with the right radiuses to make this cutter. This was a planer blade, which I cut the planing edge off and then ground that shape in with an angle grinder. Then to sharpen it, I've put a bevel on the back of about 60 degrees. It's a negative rate scraper. There is a little micro bevel at the front. I should have gone a bit more really, but anyway, it's about an 60 minus 20, I don't know, whatever it is, that's about a 20-degree angle back on the bevel. The front is also beveled, which I did with a diamond file, back at about 80 degrees, because this needs to scrape the inner sphere to create the sphere, and also the inside face of that in there needs to it's got also with a diamond file. I'll put a back bevel on it because that is scraping the inside of the outer sphere at the same time. So that's that tool. The other end of that is just a basic skew grind, and the width of this is the parting tool for the top, which is also creating the equivalent hole at the top. So twice the width of this plus the 6mm stem works out at the same diameter as these holes, so that when I've parted that off, it's created that same diameter hole at the top. I've also got to remember to stick that little decorative border on there once that's before it's parted, because you can't do it after it's parted. So I'll start that cut off when I work out where the hole starts, then I can use a pencil and then come in and put that little border on. Now something else is that there will be little steps in here. They're pretty small. Let me zoom in if I can, and tilt the camera so we can hopefully see. Get the light on it a bit. Like there, you probably can't see it, but there's like little tiny steps. They're probably in the 0.2 of a millimeter range, where because you can't be 100% precise, you know, it's just impossible. So but once this is parted off, and the reason we left these stems go wide again, the reason we left these nubbins on the end of the stems is so that we can return this back to the centres, to between a centre and a live centre, to part it off. And at that point I can come in with this beading and parting tool, micro one, and clean up the sphere by working in one of the or two of these holes. Well, working in the holes basically. You just can hold the sphere still with your thumb or something when you're turning it. So you can clean those little steps off the sphere and get it back to spherical once it's parted off, and also tidy up the stem so that it's neat. So don't worry about if you get little steps inside here. You've got a way of dealing with them later. You can also sand the sphere and the stem inside through these little holes. It works out quite good. And that's it. Thanks.